Cannon.
All right, quick little overview. I need to replace these guys. They are starting to rust up. Cheap eBay kit. I need to get a new strut bar for sure, either Ultra Racing or from Fat Ford Customs. This is the Megan Racing, but I think it's a knockoff because that's pretty cheap, bro. Like quality wise, seems pretty cheap. So that'll be up for grabs if anybody's interested into this for that. And then also I need a rear one, so either Ultra Racing or Fat Ford Customs. I'll throw in a photo of what those look like, which are pretty pristine looking. And what else? Oh, and also something I realized is since I have the dampening on the coilovers, I don't need this anymore, which I kind of plan to get a piece of metal welded back on here so these are extended. But now I can actually beat these back down because I didn't cut the whole thing off like people normally do and get this re-welded. So that's something I can look forward to in the future. Either get something put on there or get it close so they can put a piece of bead around there, or I can try to get a welder and do that myself so I can learn something new. Refresh valve cover gasket seals because that's leaking. So this is a reminder for myself. Replace that, bro. Get your under windshield wiper on there, get a new blade, 2 new blades for that. And I really need to clean out the back of this thing. This is nasty back here. Vacuum all this up. I gotta get that out. And maybe another quick wipe down of this back here. Maybe a little repaint. I sprayed some rust, I believe. Some sanded rust and then painted that. And then maybe find something to replace this or to get a piece of plexi or some sort of material to go across this and bolt it in, screw it in here, make it look a lot nicer. Some FRP, I think they call it. Yeah, so I'm just stopping by to grab a few tools so I can finish up the cams on the H22. So I was thinking go for the Skunk 2 cams, and that's basically what I've been waiting on. I'm like contemplating if I should do that for the H22. But then I'm like, how soon do I even plan on swapping this motor? I don't really know. I'm not in a rush to swap it, but I don't know. I kind of want to enjoy this motor while I have it before it does end up getting swapped. I'm not sure how I'm gonna go about doing that. I'll probably be doing everything myself here when it comes down to swapping. And I'm thinking about just putting the Euro R cams in the motor so that's all complete, because basically if I get it all set up, all put back together, I can throw the H22 into here and then swap out the cams later on, because the engine doesn't have to be out of the motor, or out of the car, out of the bay. And then once I drive around, enjoy the Euro R cams and enjoy the motor and see what's wrong or what's going to be leaking, I can then go ahead and swap out any sort of leaking seals that I messed up on, or if a head gasket issue comes up because of the little stud issue I had with the ARP studs, and then I can go ahead and swap out the cams. So that's what I think my plan is going to be. And then also when I pull this motor, I'm going to find a spot somewhere over here, maybe in the back corner, clear some of those bikes out, get rid of some stuff. If anybody wants some wheels, I do have these bottle caps available. If you want those, you can buy them. And then I plan on redoing this whole engine bay. So that's going to be a sand and then a respray. And I did go ahead and buy some new wrap so I can re-wrap these fenders, because it's starting to peel here from being out in the cold and not prepping this good enough, not cleaning it so it didn't stick as well. So I'll probably be re-wrapping this and maybe a few other things now that I look at it. I've never seen that. The door jams, do a better job on the door jams, because when you do close the door, you can see the white through right here. You can see it right there. So I might figure out something to do with that. Maybe re-wrap the doors themselves, because I do have some white showing there on the bottom of the trim. And then I'm finally gonna wrap this bumper, that's gonna be the next plan. So I'm gonna take off this bumper, take it back to the house and wrap it there. Take off the lip, rewrap it, put the lip back on, probably bolt it on, drill some holes. And then I don't know about the rear bumper. Honestly, I don't want to deal with that extra weight for the car, but it would be nice to see an all black car finished up. But I am digging the look of the rear bumper being gone. And I have been talking to Street Faction, and they're possibly going to make one for the Accord, a bash bar, which would be sick. Unless I can find someone else that can make one, that would be nice. And then I still need to put this on. I'm slacking on that. So, damn, maybe I'll do that today. I don't know. That could be something for me to do. I'm kind of getting a little bored on building the motor, and I'm getting stuck on this now that I have the coilovers on this car. I just want to drive the car now. And that's bad because now I'm shying away from the H22 and it's kind of going on the back burner. So maybe when I pick up my son from school, we'll come back here, grab my steering wheel. Do not forget that. Bring it down here, go down to Hood River, take a little cruise, 30 minutes west, go to a shop down there and see if I can get an exhaust put on. Should probably call him first to make sure he's available. And then, yeah, so I've been shying away from this. And then also, like, since the H22 has kind of been pushed onto the back burner, I've been thinking, I've contacted a company to see, VIS, I believe, to see if they have any carbon fiber hoods in stock. Waiting for an email back, and that might push me to go ahead and place an order for a carbon fiber hood to get rid of this piece of junk. And then I'm gonna have a lot of extra wrap to finish that. I can wrap the hood, the carbon hood, if I want, or maybe do this part on the carbon hood and leave this carbon showing, or do something, I don't know. And then I also might switch up some of the other wrap. I was thinking about doing a flat black stripe on the back, kind of like the red one I did when I did the badass Conjo style. So I might do a flat black on that. And I do want to switch out this. I might just do black right here because this blue, I don't know. Every time I see this with the white, it just looks a little funky. The red looked really cool, but I don't know about that blue. So maybe it'll look better with the black bumper plus that blue. So we'll see, because that's going to be done before I do that. But the wrap will show up Friday and I'll get that done. So that's a little update. That's what's going on. That's what's going through my head. I'm trying to stay busy because I'm starting to get a little lazy. Yeah, that's just an update. Gonna throw some Honda Bond on that. I'm gonna take off that water pump, throw some Honda Bond around the seal. Gotta find this O-ring and throw that on there so it's not missed. Throw this on here for now, just to get things out of the way. Stuck it on. Thing. Still have some oil to clean up in some places now that I took off these. And yeah, we're gonna keep it going, slowly but surely. We'll keep it moving. I need to look at the position he's going real quick, see which way it should be facing. I believe the road is supposed to be like that. Alright, got these thrown on here for now. Had a little issue popping these on. The little ring on the inside kept popping off, so I had to keep on put it on, take it back off, and adjusting. And I believe these need to be angled upward, kind of going inward right there. But if you spin them, they don't really budge. Check online real quick to see if that's exactly the angle these are supposed to be at. But for now, I'm gonna throw the cams on, finger tighten those down, put the caps on, place this on there later. Took this back off because I wasn't actually ready to do that yet. And then we'll keep going from there. Put in these little keys. These greasy things on. Another thing I need to check out is to figure out how to get this to line up. So the cams are pointed upward, kind of. They're like angled inward. And if I was to spin this that way, it would line up and it would actually sit up straight where the key is at, but it's not gonna stay there, it just falls back down. Right there, it's sitting good. I don't know if those are sitting there. But of course, I'm gonna double check before I complete the rest of these. All right, everything is torqued down. I did get mixed opinions on the O-ring that goes below the cam cap in the middle, number 3, and I went ahead and said no O-ring. So I didn't run an O-ring. We'll see what happens. I believe when I pulled that off, there was no O-ring on it, so that gives me a peace of mind. You tighten these guys down, but these are all ready to go. These are tightened down. Honda bond is all in place. Wipe the excess off. All right. So I was talking to AJ. He was saying once I get that belt put on, it's gonna be able to pull these pulleys, the cam gears, so that they are lined up correctly. And also he said I can pop these off, throw on the OEM ones, get them all lined up correctly, and then replace them with these, just so they're all set and ready to go. Alright, so just a quick little mock-up. I had to place things back together just so I can figure out where things go. I did get some help from AJ and some other people online. I got help from a lot of people, some input. So just to make sure I'm putting things in the right places, I did find this piece upstairs. I didn't even realize that was gone. And then I gotta put that tensioner back in there, the manual one. And then I was basically putting everything back to make sure it's all good. But not quite sure about this or how tight that's gotta be on this one. So I gotta figure that out. And I went ahead and threw the cam gears on and the timing belt, but the timing belt's just chilling. It's not really in the right position and whatnot, but I just wanted to see it all together. And then I do have one more belt for the bottom right here, but I have a new crank coming in. So seals are coming in, new balancers coming in. Replace this, should be here in a few days. And that's gonna finish up the full look, and then I can complete the belts and get this all settled and put back together, and it's gonna look amazing. But yeah, this is looking real nice with that Gretty belt. I just had to see that all come together. And also I couldn't resist and went ahead and grabbed a few more, or a couple titanium products to replace the spark plug cover and the oil cap. So just so I can be more inspired when I see this motor and more willing to do more things to it. I can already see it now. Jump on my Instagram story if it's still up, and you should see the little mock-up, the digital mock-up I did on how this is gonna look at the end results. I'm gonna replace that with a titanium piece, get a new water neck here, titanium. Yeah, maybe this can be heated up and get that to sit gold, but who knows. But I still gotta paint the block, so also imagine that, and the head being a nice bright silver color with everything else. Not quite sure if I'm gonna paint the transmission. I might just clean it a little more and just leave it as it is, but it does look nice when it's painted. So just to give you an idea on what I've been up to with this motor. And yeah, I've been motivated. Shout out to Isaac, check out his K motor, looking freaking gorgeous right now. Honestly, that got me motivated to make this look really nice. So yeah, and I think I'm gonna leave the valve cover black because the black with the titanium looks really good. So we'll see. Be nice if I can get this titanium, or just, I guess, repaint it. It does have a nice silver color to it. But get that repainted, get these all repainted with a new black, all the other brackets black, and it's gonna look pretty cool. That's gonna be it for this video, but if the items show up in time, which I don't think they will, I'll throw them in this video. Thanks for watching.